What's up, guys? Evil here, RC CarCast, episode 27. Here with my co-hosts Josh Steedy, Howard Raby, and John Alas, whose last name I finally learned. What are you guys up to? Looks like you're hard at work on something over there. What are you doing?
We got the Yeti XL kit in, so we are working through assembling it. We were doing a live build on it since about 7:15 with a bunch of people on there, so I invited them all to come watch over here. So there was, I don't know how many, 40-some people watching there. So hopefully several of them come join and watch here.
What? So that you have the Yeti XL. Is that what that is?
Yep. Here's a view of the box. It is enormous. This is.
It looks like it.
You can. Here's the. This was a good comparison. This is the tires, and then this is a 2.2 Maxxis Trepador.
Oh my.
So it's it's insane how big it is. But it's coming along so far.
It looks like a great big old hunk of plastic there in Howard's hand.
There is a lot of stuff there.
What are you doing, Howard?
Number 3.
They've got kind of a difficult design, should I say, to put this one part on the chassis. And the screws aren't really wanting to line up where they should. As an official term.
0092.
So that has been my
number 3.
latest bitch. Not that I'm bitching.
Not that he's bitching. Oh, there's the photo that was in this bag.
Howard doesn't always bitch. He just has resting bitch face.
Who's always bitching?
So enough about this whole Yeti XL thing, Aaron. Now that you're full on drift mode, drift season, drift riding, can we officially congratulate you on your big squid hire?
Sure. I don't know if it's a hire, but it's.
Yum.
Yes. So you're now riding for Big Squid on their drift side.
Yeah, they're giving me a go. Like I say, they'll keep me around until they get sick of me, probably.
Well, that's good though. That should be fun, especially with how much you seem to enjoy the drift.
Hi, Howard.
Hi, Allie.
Oh yes, Allie joined us for tonight's broadcast.
At least we got one in there that's good looking.
Luckily, she got her look from her mom.
So how? What do you think your drift activity is going to be with Big Squid? You going to be pretty active over there?
I mean, I think so. They want as much as I can pump out, but it's it comes down to time, just like everything. So.
Right.
The question will be, can I put out enough for them to want to keep me around? It's really, it's a side thing. It's not my full-time deal.
Yeah,
so,
it'd be hard to try and juggle all of it at once. I know what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. When I talked to Brian, the guy who runs the show, I was like, well, I don't know. I've never written for any type of publication before, so I'm just going to try it and see how it goes.
Yummy.
Is that good?
Right.
Allie likes the Pepsi.
Right now, are you going to try and do like one a week, or you're going to try and do more?
Yeah, they want
I can't get down.
they want at least one a week. Really depends on the size of it. If I do like a full size editorial, or if I do like last week, I just did some blurbs. I stepped on Doug's toes a little bit and put something out about the Yeti,
Right.
The VP axle for the Yeti. So it's going to be whatever I can races
Well,
in there or whatever,
that,
whatever I see from my viewpoint.
hopefully it all works out. It should be kind of a cool opportunity. Big Squid's obviously a big publication. I mean, for online publication wise, they definitely have one of the bigger things I can think of as far as like that goes. Other than as far as like RC type sites, I guess Red RC is maybe the only bigger one I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know about the size of all of them, but the Red RC and some of the others that are kind of more focused, where Big Squid is kind of across the board. So
Right.
they're trying to appeal to as wide an audience as possible. So
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
they definitely do seem to kind of play a lot of the areas.
Yeah, there's a wide range of knowledge there from the guys. They're ex-pro racers to pilots, and cover all kinds of different stuff. And there wasn't really anybody in the drift piece of it, and it's kind of somewhere they wanted to go more. So that's how I got involved with it. Even though I love drift, but I also do FPV, I do scaling, I do lots of different stuff. So
Right. Speaking of the scaling, it looks like the Axial G6 is coming back again, and I do hear rumors of a much better location.
really, well, yeah, Doug's kind of told me some stuff he's heard here and there, but I haven't heard anything official.
No, nothing official either. But I hear like the same rumblings, but of the couple of places that I've heard are possibilities, both of them are pretty exciting, especially compared to what we had ran at the last 2 years, which were pretty, extremely kind of lackluster. So it would be really nice to have a location that was more indicative of some of the terrain that we do have here in Missouri. So that
I enjoyed last year's. I think it had a pretty neat array of terrain.
it was.
But some of us don't travel as many places as you do, Joe.
I'm just saying. Last year was a base. It was around a base. It was in the woods. There was a little bit of sand, but yeah, the one guy fell off the bridge, or his truck fell off the bridge. That was.
It was a loner too, wasn't it?
It's something. Either way, it wasn't good. It looked like that. It hurt, but
And it was something to laugh about.
no matter what, I just think that, or I know that we've got some decent areas here in Missouri, and it would be nice to be able to run at those type of places.
We have areas, but we have a parks department that
Yeah, we our local club here, we went out for a nice little get together, and we got removed by the parks rangers.
You get a warning this time?
So-
Howard?
no.
No.
Howard,
Luckily with no close shaves with Howard this time.
yeah, we kept Howard chained up so that he
Get back! Don't talk to them.
like, Howard, stay. It was.
That was kind of a bummer. I heard that G6 was kind of a smaller loop kind of a deal, and as soon as I heard that, I was just like, why are we not at Goat Hill?
You mean the one that they're planning on?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, they're supposed to. I think there's going to be a pretty drastic shift in the format.
Well, that's interesting. I had not heard that same information.
Well, you should check out Doug's article on Big Squid RC.
What's the website again?
He let me bring it up.
I was talking to Doug yesterday a little bit. I told him that you thought I hated him, and no, I'm kidding. But we were chatting about a number of different things, and so
Yeah, it says the article says the plans for 2015 are to run tighter courses and let people who pre-register online select their start times.
Are you talking?
Howard and Josh. Enjoy.
That's
It's on.
that is kind of interesting. And but I mean, I still yeah.
What
I mean,
happened
well,
to
of
the
course,
soda?
that definitely doesn't seem like what I would.
What happened to the soda?
I think that some of the big draw of the G6 stuff is the longer courses. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the shorter course isn't really like a just to make it shorter, but it's to give them more flexibility with scheduling run times and let people run whenever they want throughout the day.
yes. Well, I guess I'll have to watch out for that.
He'll have to read someone else's stuff.
You're a douche. Yes, you're a douche.
I'm not the one that's avoiding other people's.
I don't.
You guys can banter like an old married couple after the show.
I
And
would
you're
never
gonna be able to. I get the focus is also so you can run multiple classes now. So
I guess that is. I mean, that's kind of an interesting take on it. So,
I think it'll be a welcome change because I don't think everybody wants to be out on a Dakar rally style scale run where they're gone for hours and hours. You know what I mean?
right. I guess.
More interesting if you can come back and
Right.
hang out,
Have a sandwich.
have a sandwich, be social, talk to other people.
Yeah, I mean, there is that part of it. I'm missing some 2.6 millimeter screws. Do you see those anywhere? I found them. Not to worry. The Nicole and I will be making the trek to another G6 location.
Where are you going?
We're going to go hit the one in Canada.
You are going to Canada. Wow.
Yes. So, since we couldn't make the Canada trip for the RC four-wheel drive scale event, we're going to Canada instead for the G6. So it definitely moves up scheduling and stuff, but I wanted to get up to Canada this year. We're going to go to Niagara Falls and Toronto, all that kind of stuff. We're going to go and spend most of the week prior to the event, and then run the event after that. Run it before we go home. That way, I'm not crippled for the entire week that we're there.
That way you can recover in the car driving home.
Yeah, I can recover for the 16.5-hour drive it's going to be home.
Is Nicole going to get a car and drive with?
No.
Why won't she be competing?
She has no interest in competing.
The part that I haven't read too much about is what are they saying on some of that G6 about like 3-man teams? Is that G6
Yeah,
stuff?
Brett Parker had mentioned that to me as well. So I don't know what the
Yeah, team challenge they're calling it. People can enter 3-man teams. Adding a team should increase competitive. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 3-man teams. That's what I got out of it.
so that is that's kind of interesting, and being able to run multiple classes. I guess I am on board with that, but I guess it means that I'm gonna have to get multiple cars prepared. Which
How many do you own? You usually just sell them, like you build them and run them once and then sell them.
I usually sell them after G6s when they're all dirty.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just doing this down and hoping my daddy's
Are you planning on making it to St. Louis, Aaron?
I think so. Especially if the whole Big Squid crew comes down from Chicago.
What about any of the other deals, like the Colorado or the...
I don't have any plans to go to Colorado. Is there still a big club outing supposed to happen?
I think the Colorado trip could be a lot of fun, and I also think the Disney trip or the Disney event could be a good time too.
Which one's going to be the better time?
I think Colorado will be the best because I think the terrain in Colorado is pretty amazing. The Red Rocks Comp is probably one of my favorite places I've ever crawled. Top 3 for sure. So it's just a crazy cool spot. They're going to do a ton of different things there, so I think that'll just, in general, the whole place is going to be pretty awesome.
It's just kind of funny watching you guys work along here. Look like some Christmas elves building
Hey,
some
Cole made
toys.
that reference a little bit ago.
Except for John, he's just standing there with his arms crossed.
John was putting
He's resting.
he was putting turnbuckles together, and now he's
Oh yeah,
break.
that will definitely spend my evening building turnbuckles.
Yeah, they are very large, and they do take a tremendous amount of effort too. You said you needed these 4 things.
Touch them and I'm going to break your hand.
I kind of need them too. Except I need 5 of them.
So are we taking this thing to the skate park when you get it done?
What's that?
Yes, we're gonna take it to the skate park when we're done.
Yeah. You got some batteries we can borrow?
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't have anything big enough to run that thing. So
Yeah. I wonder if I borrow twice as many batteries from Aaron if the.
I can put an order in from Turnigy.
I started to want one of these a little while ago, Aaron, until I got to this spot where you bolt the the front chassis to the chassis itself.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the kind of strange setup design here. You have these 4 screws that you have to line up with posts that kind of flex a little bit and don't line up. It doesn't go right together.
That thing will just make a huge blob of plastic on the ground, Josh. If it goes up in flames.
What?
My camera turned.
Oh. Is your phone dying? If I didn't have Howard's Power Driver here with some of these things, I think I would have quit by now.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lifesaver, especially with this transmission and how long-winded these bolts are that hold the 2 case halves together.
But you see, I'm being polite. I could be using the drill myself right now, but I'm doing it by hand since we're doing an audio cast.
You see, but what you didn't realize is that while I was using the drill, I was also talking a little bit louder to make sure that I covered up the audio of the drill. Not covered it up necessarily, but helps mask it.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic.
You probably couldn't hear it at all. Could you? What'd you screw it on?
Just gonna
He has screwed up almost everything that he's put together. He puts it together, he hands it to John to fix.
I didn't screw up anything.
Josh doesn't have a lot of experience actually building stuff.
It spins. It spins.
It sounds like it's got freaking rocks in it.
It may be because I forgot to grease it.
Oh, man.
John.
Axial should know better than to send you kits.
Yeah, I would agree.
Not deserved kids.
I do not. Yeah, I love ready to run. They're my favorite. Axial's ready to runs are the best.
Because all you have to do is put a battery in it and drive it.
Yeah, they, for some reason, I mean, like here's a screw. They use a, what is that damn thing? 20 millimeters long to hold on a piece of plastic that's going to break before the screw ever tries to back out. It is definitely impressive, as big as it is.
It is enormous.
Are you doing any drifting this coming weekend, Aaron?
I don't think so, not that I know of. Probably be doing some work in the shop.
Yeah. Did you get your Jersey barriers built that you're requesting measurements?
Not yet. I haven't been able to get the time.
I sent you the standard drawings on those things so that you knew exactly how to build them.
Were they 10 foot long?
12.5, that's the standard.
Well, the one I got out looked like a standard one. It was 10 foot long.
12.5.
Yeah, they're 10 feet.
They're not
Yeah,
10 feet. This is what I do for a living.
That's what it said in that schematic.
No, it says 12.5, pin to pin.
Okay, well, mine are going to be 10 inches long at 1/10 scale, 10 feet.
That's one what scale?
1/10 scale.
That's not 1/10 scale, that's 1/12 scale.
Oh, okay, 1/12 scale. How about that? I'll be custom. Shut up.
Aaron, would you like me to slap him around? You're over. Did you see what his new skins are going to be for this Axial Yeti XL?
Oh, hard telling. I'm sure he went over there and beat Neil in the head with something until he came up with something really cool.
Brats. Because he's a goddamn brat.
It's an untrue statement, and it's not what my skins will be. Howard was being was being a whiner this morning, and he was.
I was just doing a quick run through on some of his sponsorships that have been just this year.
He's got a pretty good deal going from Howler Custom RC, it looks like.
Yeah.
Free labor. How are battery trays or sales going?
They're going quite well.
I'm pretty sure he owes that all to me, though.
I shipped out several today. Got one going to New Zealand.
You ready to quit your day job yet?
Why would he do that?
I have to keep my day job.
So I read something today that said on this podcast we talk way too much about crawlers.
Did we talk too much about crawlers?
Yeah,
What would they like us to talk about?
I don't know.
The illness of a rustler? I saw this bandit today that the body just looked, it reminded me of something I'd see going down the road. The multicolor, the wing on top.
Howard did find a new method of creating an exo cage, though.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was coat hangers and hot glue.
Plastic coat hangers and hot glue.
Oh, this was metal.
Oh, they were metal?
Yeah, they were wire coat hangers and hot glue.
Oh!
I thought it was once kind of as a joke, but then I've seen it posted a few times.
I thought the plastic, that might be a little bit innovative because you could see that stuff together and probably make it look pretty good because you could grind it to shape and stuff. But
Yeah, they'd only put some paint on it.
Yeah, it's
I heard Howard tried to make an exo cage for a crawler one time.
Honestly, it wasn't going too badly.
Yeah.
He
Still got it.
He just didn't like it, and he stopped. But it really wasn't that bad at the point that he stopped it.
He didn't give it a chance to get that bad.
I thought he was on a fine track.
I might work on it again sometime.
And then you put him to work in your shop instead of his.
Well, I got to come over here to work because half my shit's over here. I got this nice little bandsaw that works real good for cutting stuff. It's sitting over there. I got my shear sitting over there.
Those two things. I agree.
Got my drill.
You brought that.
Quick question: do we have access to a sheet metal? What do they call it? A sheet metal brake?
Yeah, I've got one right there.
How long is it?
How long do you need it to be?
I don't know. 6 feet.
Oh,
I might have access to a 6-footer. I know it's at least 4, but it might be 6.
All right, I'll talk to you later about that.
jeez, that's a.
He did have a 10 or 12-footer, but he got rid of it.
This is not an RC project, is it?
It is.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Rails. Oh, you even need guardrails?
Guardrails, yeah.
Usually those are. Yeah, I guess.
There's I've seen some videos on YouTube from the club called 110 Drift Network, I think.
Yeah.
And they have. I was like, all right, these guardrails you made are pretty cool. He's like, yeah, we custom made them on a sheet metal brake. I'm like, ooh, I know some guys who do some metalworking.
Right. That's Oh, this
You guys are all very focused on whatever it is you're doing.
There's spacers if you need them, right?
We are not.
Don't let me interrupt you guys.
Right.
It is a new. You could come down and play.
Yeah. You can bring Allie even. That's fine.
It. Did you guys remember that it was Aaron's birthday just the other day? Happy belated birthday on air.
I know.
Great, thank you.
Welcome.
Next year he's turning 30.
Oh yeah, luckily when you're on Facebook, it rats you out to everybody, so
That it does.
everybody under the sun knows. So I don't know. There's not a lot of news
Did you
going
do
on.
anything special for your birthday?
I just took the day off from work. I was like, "What are you doing home?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't work on my birthday. I just don't do it.
Just a rule.
My wife's old job actually gave them a day off during the month of their birthday, an extra day off so they could take off if they wanted.
Really? That's interesting.
My job's not that good, but I am pretty flexible about taking time off. So I had like 3 years in a row where I had a really bad day on my birthday at work, so I decided I wasn't going to work anymore on my birthday. It's worked out. It's worked out pretty good for me.
There's worse plans than that. I
It was
haven't.
good. It was warm outside, so I went out to the shop and did some work out there. Did some things I've been meaning to do, so it was cool. My daughter was out there playing, keeping me company.
Yeah, we had. God, it was. I guess it was kind of nice on your. Today, well, was it tomorrow? It's supposed to set a record. How nice?
70.
70.
Up to 70.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm feeling sick already.
Yeah. I would definitely think about it as well with the Yeti kit here.
This thing's going to be.
It won't be done by tomorrow.
I think we have a slacker here. You order me a pizza and this thing will be done before we go.
Oh, back in a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yes.
All right.
The
Not enough grease.
there's plenty of grease in there. I'm positive of it. So. Well, how did it? The servo did fit? Didn't fit.
I'm not sure if I'm liking how it fits.
Why is that?
Because where's the spacers?
Oh. Maybe, now, does it cover the spacers at all in the instruction manual?
I don't know. No.
Well, the reason I say there's definitely these things.
I don't like those.
What's wrong with that? How it fits? The wire?
It'll clamp it in. You gotta put the wire under it
Oh, weird.
to get it out because it shows most servos the wire goes out the other way.
What side does the wire go out on that one?
Away from the servo splines.
Oh, so
All right, I'm back.
is it off?
Hope you guys haven't been just leaving everybody out in the cold while you're doing that.
No, we have. We've been talking
did.
very technical. That's it. That's their servo. That's the one that comes in.
I'm just showing you what the picture shows.
I have more.
One by the picture. Where's the servo link?
Hi.
John recently put that together.
The little small one.
He'll put the balls in it, so probably. So the it comes with the driver heads, Aaron, and the size of them in comparison to the like the Deadbolt or Yeti size. Let's see.
Well, just put one on.
Just put a helmet on.
Here, Aaron, I'm gonna get in the cage.
Yeah.
Fits pretty good, doesn't it?
Damn, I wonder where it went.
When I did see Bender's video of that one jumping in the snow, I was like, that thing would be cool to have.
Okay. So here are the driver heads. You can see from the, I don't know if it's on me or you or whatever, but
You know that?
here are the driver heads, and then here are the Yeti XL driver heads.
Not right now.
So
Oh, wow.
they right at like 4 times as big.
So did we ever figure out what the official scale was on the on that thing?
8.5.
I think it's pretty close to 6.
6th.
Yeah, like if you actually scaled it out. It's pretty massive as far as that goes.
Allie finally found a use for the RC 4-wheel drive cones that I bought.
I've got some of those Losi ones I need to get to that's closer to the scale to your drift stuff. A little bit
I don't know
smaller.
if I like the idea of these cones. I'll just get punted all over the track and you'll spend a half an hour finding them all.
You put them in like one of your corners you got or something, like glue them down or something.
Yeah, something like that. I was talking to Trevor, the guy who hosts the drift meets here in Kansas City, and I guess some new guys showed up. I guess it was a week before that, whatever week I wasn't there. And I guess there were just 3 new guys, and they just completely mangled the track.
So is that why you're trying to build the concrete barriers?
I will never take my cool scale stuff, I think, out to a general meet. It will definitely be an invite-only deal.
And I probably won't be on that invite list either.
I'll just get your credit card number before you come in.
I have to leave a deposit.
Yeah.
I can see how I would be a hazard to scale equipment.
You'll be stepping all over stuff.
I probably wouldn't step on it.
I think
You get
Ellie's
some
doing gymnastics back there.
The best thing that could happen to my Sakura is if it burned to the ground.
I tried to buy that the last time I was here.
You tried to give me $50 for it.
I don't care. I tried to buy it.
It's broken.
No.
He's got one. He has one now that he doesn't drive.
What?
He has a Sakura now that he doesn't drive.
I know. Mine's together. That's why.
I know. Mine doesn't have
Oh.
electronics.
The Sakura is the one thing that I haven't just like stolen all the electronics out of.
Because he has no use for them.
What? It has like a super nice servo and.
I see.
Are you? I don't know. That may have to go somewhere else. That
It's not.
Okay.
Straight up told you.
All right.
Where else would it need to go?
I don't know.
Who's building this? Me or you?
You're building that part.
I need some servo screws.
We need to keep track of who built what, so when something falls apart, we know who to blame.
Well, it'll fucking fall apart when he touches it.
Yeah, it's I'm not gonna pass any blame anywhere.
If John wouldn't be here, half the truck would be screwed up. Half of it's getting built on this side of the table, and half of it's getting built on that side.
Let's see that. I don't admit to any of that. Shit.
No poo-poo here.
AX148.
So are you going to be building anything other than putting new wheels on your drift car, Aaron?
Yeah, like, how many times can you just change out the wheels and just be like, put new wheels on it this week?
Well, I wanted to try new tires, so that usually requires new wheels.
I'm just saying, Howard and I are predicting that you're going to burn out on this drift stuff pretty quick.
Nah.
Daddy,
Been doing it for too long.
Daddy, these are
Too long. Need a millimeter.
John's going to bring out the golden horse next time.
The
Right.
Platinum Fantastic.
I saw someone else in our club has one of those now.
Ooh. And you've been saving it thinking you were fucking king shit.
No, there's actually a Facebook page on all these cars, and they're
R31 house owners.
yeah.
They're all sitting there butt hurt because it cost too much.
There's 6 of them.
Well, some guy was selling his for like $1,200, and it's like, holy
He's
crap.
asking that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Some of these, I think Overdose. Some of these companies that build these super rare drift cars, I mean, they're dumb expensive.
Yeah.
Even MST's high-end stuff's $700. I mean, that's nuts.
I mean, there's still nothing cooler than that FXXD was.
I thought
The
you liked
wrap-up version was cool.
there's a U.S. distributor for that wrap-up now.
Is there really?
Yep.
How much is it now?
I didn't price it.
You still have to have the Yokomo that you can't find?
Oh yeah, I think you can get that.
Can you?
The Yokomo drift package is pretty common, I thought.
Maybe it was. Maybe I just couldn't.
He didn't want to find it.
I didn't want to find it.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are just crazy expensive. Especially this stuff with the cantilever suspension and all that crazy weight transfer stuff going on.
Yeah, I have seen some of the. Actually, I don't care for the cantilever stuff as much as I do the traditional.
No, I just like simple, whatever works, but these crazy technical Japanese dudes like to build the weirdest monstrosities you can think of.
Yeah, it did seem a little overkill. But the
Hey, quit doing that.
any new cars here anytime soon?
That wasn't funny.
Hold on, I'm checking off my daughter. What?
Are you going to build any new cars anytime soon, or are you just going to keep running with what you got and modifying?
I don't have any plans to buy anything at the moment.
Are you going to do anything with the Eagle?
If it's taken apart, I might put it back together.
That's a start.
I heard there's a guy in the club, Oscar, that was looking for one.
He was at one point, yeah.
You should try and hook up with him.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I don't know. That thing, I found a company that sells all those narrow wheels and stuff for it already pre-done, so I might order a set of those up and put it back together.
It sells what? Narrow wheels?
Yeah, they sell all the wheels and tires that are already narrow where you don't have to mess with doing it.
Ah, I didn't know that it took special ones.
Yeah, it has so much steering angle that the wheels hit the shocks. It'll actually stop the wheel from spinning, so...
I can see how that would be detrimental to your drifting activities.
It will definitely send you around in a circle in a hurry.
Not that rear-wheel drifting already didn't do that.
It's actually not as hard as you would think, but they didn't do a lot of, tuning and testing, I don't think, before they built it. I think they just kind of slapped it together and sold it.
They just said, good enough, good to go.
Hey, Aaron,
And the gyro comes with, it doesn't have an endpoint, so you can't stop it from over-rotating or overthrowing the steering.
for Big Squid, I could bring over my Security. You could put that C-Hub delete kit and put all the electronics in it.
If you buy all the suspension for it, we'll do it.
You ever find out where I could get it?
BonsaiHobby.com.
What is it?
Bonsai Hobby.
Bob's IGA?
Bob's IGA. Is that a grocery store?
Yeah, used to be.
Bonsai, like bonsai tree. Bonsai Hobby.
This guy's a moron.
I am not. I put on the slipper pads on the slipper. Then it says, there's this one here. It says, do not use red slipper. How am I supposed to know these things? I put the slipper pads on.
And people ask you questions about how to do this stuff.
I figured it out. I knew it was wrong. You have to learn by mistake. Or you have to learn from your mistakes.
Or just keep making mistakes and never learn.
So, you see?
It's quite comical over here, Aaron.
These type of things that make me as knowledgeable as I am.
So what happened with the 3D printer? I don't ever see you doing anything with that anymore.
I still print shit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Just not making videos about it anymore?
Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, hey, you know what? Every single 3D printer video looks pretty much the same. It's like a hot glue gun moving back and forth a bunch of times.
I have a friend who's like a crazy enthusiast for those things, but he doesn't own one yet because he doesn't think the technology is mature enough.
Yeah.
He was telling me about one that prints in carbon fiber. Have you seen that?
What? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the video passed around a bunch. What's funny is like every family member or friend or who doesn't really follow it all that much but kind of follows it, like every time they see a 3D printing video on Facebook, they tag me in it. So, like, hey, look at this! Like, hey, thank you, I've seen that.
Welcome to last week.
Yeah. Or a year and a half ago. Or that's my video. Or
Yeah.
So it's you know.
Oh no, I don't know.
He was telling me about there's some like iPad-based 3D scanners where you can literally scan something and then fab it like in almost no time.
Really? That's kind of interesting. Well, I mean, I have seen the you know, like the picture-based ones, but you know, where you take like a bunch of pictures and then it'll basically, you know, create a model out of it, which are viable for some things. So.
Anyway, not really RC related. Trying to keep this on target for
On target.
Would you Google those parts right now for the Secura?
No.
Like an online purchase.
I get enough people on YouTube going, can you tell me what the part number is for this? Can you tell me where you bought that?
I need to look up a part.
Do you have Google in your browser? Just like I would use?
I have seen that you've been doing a great job on Facebook, Aaron.
Me? Facebook?
Yeah. You've been fighting back against some of the jackasses.
Oh, yeah. Somebody drugged me into one of those SCX-10 owners groups.
No, he kind of helps stand up for people that are kind of asking questions. Fucking douchebags on there. You're a fucking idiot. Fucking pee on it. Fucking. And it's like, oh, we can't pee on it. But.
Yeah, I just hate people. I really do. And they're all jackasses on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that there's a large amount of that on Facebook. I will agree.
But I've seen some recent posts that Aaron's been on there, trying to help people out.
I try to send them to RCC because that's where, not that there aren't some jackasses out there too, but at least there's people that have a helpful spirit, you know, at RCC.
Yes, I do love RC Crawler. That's my home away from home. I'm looking for the 3101 Park Street. Aaron, could you Google that for me and just let me know what that looks like?
Yeah, hold on a second.
At some point, I'm going to say that it doesn't matter. But
What would be a good drift body to get? You think that people haven't been running out there a bunch?
What was that one we were talking about, Josh?
I don't know about the twins, Bopsy twins with.
I like that Rocket Bunny.
Which one?
That Rocket Bunny FRS. Toyota.
Your FRS actually looks really good. I really liked that.
Yeah, I think it looks okay.
I may have to copy that exact body and do exactly what you were doing.
Good luck.
Yeah.
He'll do that right after he does that truck body for his drift car.
Yeah. I don't think there's any paint on that yet, is there?
Nope.
No, there's no paint on it yet.
Speaking of bodies, I got one. My first review I'm doing for Big Squid. I got a body in from a company I've never heard of before.
Does it need to go on the Secura?
We'll definitely put it on something other than my car.
Hey,
They got some wheels and tires and a body. So, yeah, I'll be doing some painting this week. Not much else.
Parts this weekend.
What's that?
I'll bring over that car and all the parts and stuff this weekend.
I got some electronics we can throw in it.
I think I've still got 13.5 or something. I might just yank the electronics out of Josh's Secura.
Just yank the whole Secura out of his garage.
I know.
I don't think so.
It has not moved since your house.
This is true.
I think Josh needs to finish that truck body. He needs to finish the semi body and then build a trailer for it.
Semi-body.
And a trailer.
The trailer. I didn't have any.
Yeah, they drift the whole trailer like on that video.
Semi-body does not need a trailer. It's a racing semi.
Right. Just because people race them doesn't make it a racing semi. It's like saying Hondas are race cars.
Just saying. It's an amazing looking body. I think that my choice of bodies was a well thought out plan.
They race those in the UK, and I think they call them lorries.
Yeah, I don't think semi racing is extremely popular because of how hard they are on the track surfaces.
Yeah, not to mention everything else.
Right. But yes, that's from what I hear, they the American or the truck racing league is still around, although it's not popular.
Yeah, I bet if you were paying for the surface to go down on those tracks, which is, I'm sure it's expensive to have a high quality racing surface, and just have a bunch of semis just rip it to shreds.
It's, I think that if I do get the truck body finish to get the wing built, it will be a very unique race car.
It would definitely be unique. There's no doubt about that. But then you'd have to get Neil to make a rap for it.
Yes, I think that would be quite the effort for that that particular body.
Put some Kenworth logos on it.
Yes. And I will say that video came out after I had already decided to get that body.
Which video?
The Rory, or the I can't remember who was drifting. There was one truck drift video out, and then like one that had been out for a long time and very popular. But then I think it showed up in like one of the Gymkhanas.
Yeah, someone did a recreation of the Ken Block Gymkhana with one of those trucks.
Right. And it was that truck. That truck had already had a drift video out, but we did another one after, the one that became Gymkhana after I had already purchased that body. I will protest. Damn it, Howard.
Now what'd you do?
You know what the best part about building a kit with two people? Is you're always both needing the same page on the frickin' book.
Different.
That's what I said. One night.
I just thought you'd be fighting over tools.
No, we do have enough tools.
I don't think you guys have made any progress since we started this. We've been here almost an hour already.
That's not true. We absolutely have.
I've been quiet. He's been.
Howard's piece looks exactly the same.
My piece?
Yeah.
It took me half the time to find those screws in those 4 posts that I said, and I put the servo in it. Now I'm looking for a spacer.
What kind of space?
Hey,
Aluminum spacer.
For what?
Because I see a potential problem before I even put that on.
Okay. Or,
Look it over there.
That will work. Hi, Aaron. I'm up close and personal. How are you doing?
Scary. Look like Kilroy with his head popping out the side of the screen there.
the other thing is that I do not have my motor in ESP here yet. So that part is going to have to be
Yeah, for what are you gonna put in that RX-8?
RX-8 and a Tekin T8.
Tekin T8. What KV is that thing?
I'm going to go with the 2200 version. So,
Which is just gear ripping torque, I'm assuming.
yeah, especially on 4S. Just about hit John in the face. In the face!
I almost ordered a quadcopter today, Aaron. Or bought one.
What?
Please don't order any more quadcopters.
A little one.
The little one, huh?
Micro, nano.
Is it ready to fly?
I was going to get a Pico. A Blade Pico.
Were you telling me a story? What were you telling me about the Picos today? You saw something about it, or somebody was trying to sell something. You had a story about when you were looking at them or something.
Somebody had one online.
Oh no! No! I was talking to Howard on my way into work this morning, and he was telling me a little story. He goes, "So yeah, last night my wife thought I was taking pictures of my junk." I said,
Daddy, look.
"What?" And he goes, "Well, yeah. You see, I was sitting in the bathroom, and she heard the camera go off." Because he took a screenshot. And
I took a screenshot for something for John. Then I start watching the video that's on Horizon's website for the Pico. And it's kind of this cheesy music. And she thinks I'm in there watching porn.
But we get done with that conversation, and I start getting into how bad I feel for his wife that she can hear everything that goes on there, clear enough to hear the screen capture sound on his telephone. So I can only imagine the horror she has to hear on a regular basis of his diet of White Castle and Bud Light.
Stand there with her ear to the door.
I don't think it sounds like she doesn't have to. Dropping bombs in there. Hey, where's the 3.0? 3.0 purple handle.
Purple-headed?
Purple-headed.
No, I was just thinking about a small copter, Aaron. Nothing big that I'd have to sell to you, and I can't figure it out.
I still don't have that stupid thing flying yet either, so.
It sounded like quite the trouble one of our fellow flyers was having with their quadcopter or their flight controller.
What was going on?
You talking about the one that landed on the White House lawn?
Yeah,
that wasn't the
that's not good for anybody who wants to fly.
I know.
That's the type of stuff that's going to get you kind of grounded.
That is bad, bad, bad for the hobby.
Like, I understand it was an accident, but why were you flying anything anywhere near the White House?
Is that what they said? It was accidental? That someone didn't do it just to piss off the Secret Service?
Evidently, John was saying, didn't you say that they found him and he confessed and said it was an accident?
It looked, if it was a picture, they actually, I mean, never know if it's real or not on Facebook, but it looked like a Phantom or something.
Of course.
That's that.
The bird of choice for troublemakers.
Right. Novice.
Probably that dipstick from Kansas City. Probably on vacation. I saw the Border Patrol recovered one that had 6 pounds of methamphetamine on the bottom of
I
it.
saw that too. I thought that was quite interesting.
Which I can see when I think what I did.
I do see already why you did this thing. I like it.
Everybody's just finding all kinds of use for this thing.
Yeah, exactly. You know how easy it'd be to smuggle meth with this thing? We should do that.
I wasn't using FPV goggles. It's totally legal.
I was up at Hobbytown earlier, and I don't know what size helicopter the guy was asking. He goes, I'm thinking about getting a quadcopter. He goes, what kind of payload does it have? And
I'm looking for around 6 pounds.
Alan
They measure it in GoPros.
Well, he goes, not much. He goes, it won't haul much. He goes, what about just like a GoPro or a camera or something? He goes, well, not really on those. He goes, you go to this model here that actually comes with a camera. But he was ready to start hauling some goods.
Quadcopter sales skyrocket in Independence.
Yes. Because they ever have
Order it up and a quadcopter comes to your house.
Yeah, I don't think the dealers are having any issues in net dependence.
Independence. So for those who don't know, Independence, Missouri is the meth capital of the Midwest or something.
Right.
It's pretty bad. Lots of tweakers in Independence.
Yeah, you don't have to throw a rock right over here to find one. It's great perks of living in the Kansas City, Missouri. Other than me, Aaron, and Howard all live in less populated areas. I don't know about down. Yeah, you're probably.
Your area is entirely populated with cops.
Yes, and I'm proud to have law enforcement in the area.
It's like the 2 square mile area, and the cops are bored.
Yeah. I probably should have mentioned that to Howard and John.
Did they get pulled over too?
No, but they had they had been scared once.
Oh, I did hear about that. They
So,
had a
yes, good times. Good
cops for
times.
profiling.
Anyway.
Well, we're about out of time. Anybody got anything else they want to add?
Howard says we're going to get this kit done.
It's going to be done before we go to sleep.
So,
I see that cage in many pieces, so I
do too.
disagree.
So, anyway, thank you, Aaron, for getting this going.
All right. Well,
I think I forgot a piece again.
I guess we'll stop it at that. We'll try again for 2 weeks.
Right, we shall do that. 2 weeks.
So thanks everybody who tuned in. Thanks everybody who's downloading and watching. We appreciate it. You can find the audio podcast at podbean.com. iOS users can find us on iTunes. And head out to the Facebook page and give us a like. It's not getting a lot of love out there, so tell everybody about it if you like it. If not, don't say anything because it makes us mad. No, I'm just kidding.
Hopefully in a couple we'll have a video of this thing bursting into flames or something.
Yeah, for sure.
No!
All right, thanks guys. We'll catch you next time.
Anyway, all right, we'll see you guys later.
See y'all.
Easy.